Hi EFC, how are you? You good? Also, can you hear me alright as well? Hi Abish, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, actually. Yeah. Been working all week, so I haven't really had a chance to do any videos, so I thought I'd just live stream today. And give you guys some content. Only problem is I can't think of a player to do at the moment, so I'm going to wait for you guys to give me some options. I did want to do something with the Euros, but there's not really many great images. Well, there are, but they're all like older images from different years. So I might just do a team photo or something like that, or maybe just a match day. Not too sure yet. Mm. How can I buy Photoshop? Hi, Caraman. How are you? How can I buy Photoshop? You can go to Adobe's website and buy it. You just got to go to Adobe and then you select a package, basically. So, yeah, Photoshop. Then it'll come up with all this, and you can download a trial if you want. I don't know how long that lasts. And then if you go to compare plans, you can try different things. If you're a student, you can get it for cheaper than this as well. So, yeah, that's completely up to you. But yeah, guys, what players do you want? What poster do you want to see me do? I was having to think about it, but I can't really think of any teams or players that I want to do at the moment. So if you have any suggestions or anything, just put them in the chat, and we'll have a look at some images, see if we can find some good images to make a poster with, and we'll get straight onto the design. Also, can you hear the music in the background? Is that working, or is that just not working? Oh, we got Nightbot in there. Yeah, I set those up a while ago, actually. I didn't actually know if that was going to work. But yeah, that's just some links to some of my TikToks and Instagram. It'll probably pop up later. So you can obviously have links there. So if you want to follow my rest of my socials and stuff. Because I don't just do YouTube. Karan, what are we doing today? Well, we are going to be making a poster design, as I have a blank canvas here, but I need a player. So if any of you want me to do a specific player, now is the time to put in the chat what you would like to see, and what player. I will maybe a Kante one or a France player. I did have a look at Kante, so he's not on here at the moment. Kante, France. I wanted to do one of him in like the France stuff, but there's not many good images, and when you do look for better quality images, not a lot come up. So half of them are Chelsea ones. Like, that one's alright to use. So's this one. But there's no, like, big photos of him, like, just of his head. A lot of them are just Chelsea images. So we could just do a Chelsea poster of him. So that would be a good one to do. But it's currently, like, I don't mind. I was going to do an Mbappe one as well, but I've already done one for him. We could do a Varane one. That might be quite cool. I don't really do many defenders, so that'd be quite a cool one to do. Are you allowed to use Getty images? No. We have to pay for those, I think. Pretty sure. They're not free. They're definitely not free. That's why I don't use them. And yeah, I could probably get away with using some of these. Because I don't have to cut that out, but some of them cover it. I've always used the ones where the watermark doesn't go on the player. Whoops. I mean, you can do that, but as long as you're not going to sell the image, like sell the poster or whatever, you can use them. So like here, it just covers half his body, so you can't really use that, and it's like 300 quid. So I'm not going to be buying that anytime soon. So we won't be using that. But we can. Who are we going to do? I don't know what player to do. I might do I wanted to do a Diego Jota one, but I don't really think there's any images of him in a Portuguese top, like any good ones. So there's a few. They're not great either, like, and they're not. I don't think they're this year either. The problem is I don't I don't follow the internationals very much, so I don't know the kits, like which ones are like now and which ones were last year or whatever. Let me skip this song because that's terrible. See all the like Diogo Jota or whatever. Comes up with a lot of images, but they're not very good quality ones. Or if it only goes on a little bit, a save version with and without the watermark and just rub it out. You can just do that, but again, they're not always the best quality because you only get the best quality ones when you buy it. So that's quite a good image because it's like really high pixels. And that one, kind of alright, but his face looks a bit funny. That one's really bad. That one's a good one. That one might be alright. How would you like to design Fenerbahce? I don't really know any players from Fenerbahce, so I can't really make a great design from that. I need to sort of have a little bit of background knowledge, but I will do one in the future because they've got a few cool, interesting players. See, that's a good image. I don't know. So, Falcon, sorry for not being able to see the stream for long. Had some college work to do. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. We haven't really done anything yet. I'm just trying to figure out what player I want to design. Also wanted to do a Phil Foden one. I've had a team message me asking to design them a badge, so I've been doing that for the last few days. That's cool. That's cool. They paying you for that? Or is it free? Because if you are designing a team badge, get some money out of them. See, even that's quite a nice one. Even though I hate Phil Foden's haircut. I like the colour, but I don't like that stupid fringe he has on his head. It looks terrible. But he's definitely a good one to... see, that's a really good image. Right, we're going to do Phil Foden. just because he is playing very well at the Euros, and he should be good. 24 days till it's coming home, hopefully. I'm not getting my hopes up. I never do for England because there's just no point. They're bottle jobs half the time. So, but they beat Croatia, not very convincingly. Let me just add that, but it wasn't terrible. See, if I open that up. Juro, where are you from? I'm from the United Kingdom, mate. England. Where are you from? Yeah, but they're only on a Sunday league team, so won't charge too much. It's actually unbelievable how good Foden is. Don't worry, we've got Pickford in net. We'll never concede. Yeah, that's probably my major concern, that we've got Pickford in net, actually. That's probably the biggest concern. Because he's terrible. I really wanted Nick Pope to go in net, but he was injured at the time, so he lost out on his chance. Oh, Jurio, you're from Croatia. Oh, I bet you really don't like like being sat here with some English people then, after you lost. It's a good game, though. I thought Modric didn't play great. Wow, he didn't play great compared to what his standards usually are. Usually plays a lot better, in my opinion. He sat too deep. Mesut Ozil. Oh yeah, he plays for Fenerbahce now. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's not bad. Wow. It's not great anymore. Otherwise he wouldn't have left the Premier League. Yes, so let's just cut all these images out. I'll show you a few sharpening techniques that I've been working on, just to make the images look better. Such a bad haircut, isn't it? Just looks terrible. Why would you ever want this? Mind blowing. Okay. I really like this pattern actually that they've got on their top this last year. Looks really nice. Probably one of their better tops that they've got. Let's just cut that out. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good cut. Okay, so let's just Command J that. And we'll get a high pass on this. Did you learn graphic design in school or on YouTube tutorials? Mainly at the start it was on YouTube. And then, what did I do then? I started doing graphics for like A levels and GCSEs. So I learned a little bit more of the technical side, should I say, from school. And then all the skills, like all the techniques in Photoshop, though, I learned from YouTube. And then I went on to do a degree, which I'm doing now. I'm in my second year. And really, I've been learning a lot more skills now. So I really do recommend doing a degree if you want to do graphics, to be honest. It's probably the best thing you could do. Just gives you, don't know what a word is, a better understanding of how things should be, like layouts and stuff. Plus, it teaches you a lot of different skills, like within the graphics design field. So, again, I would recommend that. Yeah, this image looks great already. Which team from Turkey do I support? I don't really support a team from Turkey, if I'm honest, because I don't really watch it. Over here, we don't have a lot of Turkish football on the telly, so I never really get a chance to watch it. I know Sturridge, because I'm a Liverpool fan, I know Sturridge went over there, didn't he, to play for a certain team. But, again, I never watched, so I wouldn't really know a whole lot. About it, unfortunately. Is it bad that my favourite part of doing edits is using camera filter at the end? No, it's not bad at all, because using camera filter as I'm using it right now makes everything look amazing. So I'm not even surprised that you prefer using camera filter, to be honest. It's great, because I love it as well. Camera filter is just a great way of making your designs look amazing. As you will see later on if you stick around to watch. When I use an image, I sharpen it a little bit and increase textures, then it looks way better. Did you hear about Sturridge and telling his family to him moving to a certain club? I didn't hear about it. No, Sturridge got banned, didn't he, for a while? For betting or some stupid reason. So, no, I do not want to do that. What am I doing? Anyway, he got banned, so I didn't think he was... I thought he'd given up on football, to be honest. I thought he'd stopped playing. Pretty cool if he's not, but... Well, I thought he was pretty past it anyway when he left Liverpool. He had so much talent and he just didn't... He's always injured at the end. Like when he was first at Liverpool, he had just insane pace, insane skill. He was just good at everything. But then, yeah, he got injured all the time and then he just sort of ruined himself, which is kind of sad, really, because he was very good. Like at the last Euros, and he scored that late goal against Wales. I remember watching that at school. Just little things like that. He's just very talented. It's quite a shame that all the injuries sort of ruined him a little bit. But it can happen with players, as you will all know. A lot of players do get injured these days. A lot. Like look at Liverpool's season this year. They've been ruined by injuries. Absolutely ruined. So yeah, it's just part of the game, really, isn't it? Is MacBook Air enough strong to handle Photoshop smoothly? Sorry for my grammar, my English is not that good. It's fine. Your English is good enough. Don't worry. I can't speak Croatian, so I wouldn't worry about that. But to answer your question, probably not. So MacBook Air is good for basically smaller things. So maybe you could be able to do an edit like this, just like cutting things out in Photoshop. But if it become like a complex design, it probably wouldn't be able to handle it just because of the sheer the amount of RAM you need, the processing power, the graphics card's not great in a MacBook Air. So you really need to invest in a MacBook Pro if you're going to get serious about designing. But if you're just learning, a MacBook Air should be fine for that. Because obviously if you're just learning, it's not, not as big of a deal, I guess I should say. just apply that, and then we can convert this to a smart object and just completely repeat this process of high passing and stuff. No, I did not want to do that. Well, that's quite strong, doesn't it? Maybe tone that down a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can merge these two. Convert that to a smart object. And then we're going to do the unsharpening. Yep, use that one. And then we'll go to camera filter. Caraman, favorite brush. My favorite brush, probably a texture brush I have. I downloaded a while ago. What's it called? I'll show you it now. It's just like a roller texture. Where is it? Let's have a look. Brushes. I have loads of different ones. So, Inky Rollers it's called. And it's just like, it just gives you like a nice texture like that. I use that one a lot, so that's probably my main one. And then the other one is just very basic. It's just going to be the soft round brush tool, just because I use that one a lot as well. So mainly the ones I use a lot are my favorite ones, obviously. That makes sense. ATM, I'm editing on laptop, but saving for something new. Do you recommend getting a Mac or a PC? Depends on what PC you would want to get. So I've got both. I've got a Mac and a PC, just because, well, I've worked for it over time. And I think it completely depends on what you want to do. So Mac's really good for like colors, and the screen's great because like you can buy a cheap PC, but you have to buy a really good screen to sort of compete with a Mac, because the Macs just have like great color corrections and stuff on their screens. So in that sense, probably a Mac is better because you get the screen with it. But a Mac doesn't come with a lot of RAM, so you're going to have to increase. Well, you have to pay more to get a lot of RAM. It doesn't come with loads of storage, I don't think, depending on which one you get. So in that sense, you could probably get a PC cheaper and you get like more, like the same amount as you would with a Mac for more money. I prefer Macs for designing on. I prefer a PC for playing games on. But that's just my personal sort of preference to it. But it depends, because you're not really starting out design. You know how to design. I would probably go for a Mac, just because Macs will last. My MacBook lasted. My laptop MacBook lasted me 7 years. It did everything I needed it to, and it was good for learning on. And now I got my MacBook computer. This is going strong. I've just upgraded the RAM in it, so it's going to last even longer. So just little things like that will just improve your work experience. But if you've got a tight budget, like maybe $1,000 to spend, build a PC. It'll be a lot more beneficial to you as well, because you can get a graphics card for cheap. You can get a better graphics card for cheap. And you can put it's easily customizable. So the only thing I can customize in my Mac at the moment is RAM, which I've just done. So I've upgraded from 16 to 32 gig RAM, just because it's better, makes it quicker, and makes me be able to live stream better with a decent connection. But the main thing really is the screen. Yeah, because you might have to buy like a 4K screen if you buy a PC, which is a problem because they're expensive. But with a MacBook, you get all of that included. So it's really what you prefer using and what you have money for. So depending on your budget, really is what's going to determine what you need or what you want. Sorry, that was a bit of a long-winded answer, but it's kind of hard to like explain that in just like 2 sentences. Yeah, it's only gonna for college work and designing. I play games on my Xbox. Okay, so if it's just for college work and designing, then you could probably just get a MacBook Pro. But if you want a computer, get a MacBook, like not a MacBook, just an iMac. Because I mainly have my PC just for gaming because it's really powerful. But I might be converting over to my gaming PC to stream, just because it'll be it'll be like a smoother process, be a lot quicker, and maybe the quality might be a little bit better for you guys. But that's like down the road. That's not for now. At the moment, we're just gonna be doing it on here. These select subjects are really cutting these images out pretty well. Don't really have to do any work. It's nuts. Just shift the edge in, and we'll be good. There's all our images cut out. Let's add a high pass to this as well, and then we'll have all our images ready to use. Then we can start designing the poster. Do you have Twitch? I do have Twitch, but I don't use it because not a lot of my audience, well, my YouTube subscribers and stuff know about it. And this is easier because it just goes straight onto YouTube, so I can use it as type of like a video type of thing. With Twitch, it's sort of just, you can rip it from there, but it won't be as good quality, and it's just a different platform, which, you know, you have to send out links and everything. With this, people should just get a notification that I'm going live or whatever. So this is just easier to use. There we go. All the images are done. Nice. Okay, so turn these off. That is a great image, to be fair. I'm so happy that we found that one for the main, like, you know, the main bit of the design. This is going to be like the centerpiece for sure. I don't really know how I'm going to do this design yet, but I definitely know I'm going to have this one as like the headpiece. It's really good quality. Definitely going to give his eyes a blue highlight as well. That'd be cool. Yeah. Let's go and nick the colour from his top. Let's get this nice light blue, or we can even go for a lighter one. Okay. So we'll just go over that, like that. Just cover his eyeballs. We can go back over this in a minute. And just like make it look a bit more realistic. As you'll see right now. So if you zoom in, just add a layer mask, then we can just cut back where his eyes are. Just so it doesn't look too fake. Like this one's covering like the whole of his eye. We don't want that. We just want the bit where his eyeball is. I am going to have to brighten his eyes as well, though, because that his eyes are very, I don't know, dark, I guess you could say. That's cool. So we can reduce opacity a little bit, just so it's not, you know, like blowing the image out a bit. And now I'm going to add an exposure layer below this. Make this really bright. Like that. Command I it. And then we're just going to go in here, get a soft brush. Reduce the opacity of the brush a little bit. And then we can go in. And if I get a white brush, I can sort of lighten this whole thing up a little bit. Again, you can do the same. You can do the same thing with the teeth as well, if you did want to. So this is good. I just need to get the blending mode a little bit better as well. Yeah, that's better. And we can go in on his teeth with this exposure layer. Make it really small. Just go in and sort of lighten his teeth up a little bit. So like if we go in here, just all things, these are all things you need to think about when you design them, because they will, when you put the camera or filter on, they will like make it look better. Trust me on that. So like now, all looks a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter. Now if I turn that off, you can really see that, you know, really stands out. So, what are we going to do next? We are going to get an image of the Man City Stadium and put it down here, I think. So. Let's go get one of those. Shayob Malik, hi. I'm new here. OD, hello. Can you please reply to me? I'm here. Hello, hello. Yes, hello. I can see you. You don't need to spam. I can see the chat. I was doing something. Yeah, EFC. I was doing something. Well done. I will reply to every message. You don't need to worry about that. I reply to everybody. See, that's a really nice image. Shame. That's a shame that's cut off. Unless we cut it off ourselves. I'm kind of thinking of like a bit like this sort of view, but like sort of side on, so we can see the top. So I can get him running out of it. A bit like how we did with the Sancho design. But I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller this time. Easy grab empty. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, this kind of the empty head, is it? Yeah, there's never any fans there. We could even use something like this. Who is it? Malik, I'm not spamming. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel and everybody who joins the live streams. It's great, but I will, if you have a question and everything, I'll get to your question. I will reply. It's just sometimes it's kind of hard when you're designing and then you got to look to the side all the time. Why is that pixelated? Like, even this could be a cool image. You put 8 messages with 20 seconds. EFC, it's alright, don't worry. There's no point arguing with him. It's fine. I don't think he'll spam again. It's fine. They just don't have the right images, do they? See, this is quite good, but I need the whole stadium. Otherwise, it's just going to look whack. Karam, how old am I? How old am I? I am 21. How old are you? Let's see if this looks a bit better. This gives us some better results. See, this would be a perfect image if it didn't have these people here. I might use this and just cut the bottom of the stadium out here. That one's not bad either, but it's got the bloody... there's no top. That one looks a bit odd. Doesn't really represent Man City. That one's not bad. That was a long time ago, that one. Christ. We might just have to go for one that's just a bit not great. It doesn't fit, because there's not really many good ones that I can see so far. Just going to grab a drink, 2 minutes. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Malik, how much regulation we have to use 4K image editing? What do you mean by regulation? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I really appreciate your work. I'm learning from you. Oh, thank you, Footy. No worries. Thank you for watching and continuing to support the channel. It's great. I'm glad you're learning. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, I do have a Discord server. I can grab you the link. Run 1 second. That's the link to the Discord server. What resolution for 4K image editing? You need... It's not really a certain resolution you need. A lot of it's mainly just you need around 2,000 to 4,000 pixels is good to get decent images. That's really what you're looking for when you're looking for a decent image. This might look actually quite cool once it's done. Not sure how it's going to look, to be honest, but it might look cool and it might look terrible. So, yeah, stick around and you might see if it looks terrible or if it looks good. Really annoying. I hate stadiums that have these all these things coming off the roof. Like, what's the point? Just have a nice normal stadium. You don't see Manchester United or Anfield have stuff like this, do you? Tottenham, there's just a dome thing. Stupid. And why is this guy's head interfering with my design? Get out. No, 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 no. Go away. Get out. You are not going to be featured in this artwork, sir. Don't want your dead trim in here. Thank you. And you. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Right. Just this little bugger's head to go now. All gone. Nice. Shame, because this bridge would have been really nice to use in the design as well. Just this unnecessary family just, chilling there. Okay, let's just have a look. We've got this little ridge here that we need to draw back in. All these cables are annoying as well. They're just in the way, aren't they? I guess I could try and draw them back in, see if it sort of works. Don't think it's going to, but we'll give it a go. Right. Let's have a look. Love from Nepal. Hello. How is it in Nepal? How are you all over there? It's weird. No, I don't need that one. No. Let's get rid of that one. I want to talk to you. How long? I want to talk. Yeah, the Discord server isn't just for talking to me. It's for designs and anything you've done. For all the people in there to have a look at, talk about. If you have any queries, I'm sure the people in the server will be able to help you as well. Because that's sort of what it's like. It's like trying to build like a little design community. So if any of you want to join the Discord server, I've just put it in there. So, it wouldn't be a bad thing to join. You might all learn some tips from it. And yeah, I will be in there from time to time, chatting and adding stuff in. So if you feel like that might benefit you, then feel free to join. Let's just have a look at how this looks, because I think this might look terrible. And I might just be wasting my time. Okay. Doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look amazing either. So let's just see how we can get this. Okay, that could work. I can work with that. Yeah, I can work with that. It's not too bad. Give it a little high pass and some sharpening and it might be alright. Only thing we need to add in is the roof back in here, because that's been cut out. Don't know why that's been cut out, to be honest. That's going to look pretty rough when we zoom in, but obviously it's just going to be there for like a sort of like a background element. I'm not really going to be focusing on it too much, so it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's all right. Rasterize that. Cut him out. Command J. High pass it. We'll just do the same process that we did before. Overlaying it, making it look more crisp, converting it to a smart object to save everything. And we can just basically keep it up. There we go, an unsharpen mask. Yeah, bring that out. Then we'll do a camera or filter. Apply previous settings. Banging. There we go, now we have a nice little Emirates cutout. We have the logo in there, that's good. And maybe we want to blur it a little bit just to add some depth of field to show that this Foden here is a bit further away. So we can do that later on. That might be something. Stadium. Okay. I'm in Discord. How can I talk to you? I'm in the Discord. How can I talk to you? You can message the group chat and talk to anybody who's in there. EFC, what tools are you using? What tools was I using? I was using select a mask, and I was just using this I think it's a refine edge brush tool. Yeah, that one. And then you just go over the things that you want to bring back into selection, and it'll basically just bring them back in. It's really good for picking out little details like these wires and stuff. And then I was using the brush tool just to fill in the bits that I'd cut out basically by accident. Jacob, Phil Foden is bringing it home. Hopefully. Hopefully he's bringing it home. I'm not getting my hopes up, as I said before. He's a very good player, but England are bottle jobs constantly. So, yeah, let's not get our hopes up, shall we? Like every England fan will ever. Always getting their hopes up. I might have to make this a little bit smaller. EFC, are you going for a similar design to the Mount one? Maybe. I can't even remember what the Mount one looked like. What did the Mount one look like? I know I had the big head image again, like I did with the blue eyes and everything. Let's have a look. Yeah, it could be a little bit similar to that. I might try and change it a little bit because I don't want to. I didn't really enjoy this design. I didn't like it as much. I know you guys did, but I really didn't. I didn't enjoy it as much as some of my other designs. So, what we are going to do now is make it look like Foden is coming out of the stadium. I did this previously in my Sancho design. So we can get rid of the ball. Turn the opacity up, that would help, wouldn't it? Get rid of the ball. There we go. And then we just zoom in here. Just sort of. Now, does look like he's running out of the stadium, which is what we need. Just need to add a shadow here and sort of like a platform for him to sit on. So we'll just see what it looks like with a shadow, because it might look alright. Because it's a photo manipulation, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just an idea of how he could be coming out of the design. And no, we do not want white. We want a black spot, like that. Multiply that. And then, again, we can clip him out something to him. And sort of reduce the opacity again. Sort of go around the corners here. Just darken them a little bit, just so it all blends in better together. Bit like that. So if you do something like that, it sort of brings the whole thing in. And then we can reduce the opacity of this a little bit. Just sort of gives him somewhere to stand on. Again, if we don't like the shadow and we've done on his foot, we can always put like a name across it just to get rid of it or something like that. But yeah, that's all sort of up for debate. I am going to do something with this pattern though, because I really do like this pattern. So I'm just going to use some type, I think, and I'm going to fill this with it's like Foden. Just because, like you said, I don't really want to keep it the same as the Mount design, because that wasn't great. Now, what the hell is this font? It's horrible. Get it out of here. Let's go for tungsten. That's a good one. Put him down the middle like that. There we go. Now we can change this to any colour we want, really. Put him behind this one. There we go. A nice little Foden thing going on here. How's everybody doing? You all enjoying the stream? I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I've just been really busy because I've started a new job, and yeah, I've just been sort of learning new techniques really for the design, so I haven't really had time to make videos. Let's do that, turn that off for now. Okay, so Background. What we're going to add for the background? We're going to add some paper. If I can find my textures somewhere. Yes. There's my textures. And now we need some paper. Which ones do I want to use? These ones are always quite good. If it ever loads. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. Put that one there. And have one behind that as well. Even something like that is quite nice. Thank you for doing these live streams. I find them extremely beneficial. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. That's why I do them, so that you guys can learn some stuff. It's always better watching it live, I think. You just get a bit more of like understanding of how I would like put something together, which is good. So let's just give this a little bit of a liquefy effect once this loads, unless my computer's about to crash. It should load eventually. Has anybody got any questions? Come on. There we go. That's quite nice, isn't it? Yes. That looks quite nice. Got a nice little bit of texture going on here. Only thing I don't like is this down here. This cutting out. I can make it. Might put a rip down there, just to sort of cover up where it's cutting that out. So if we go and get a paper rip. Nah, I don't want these ones. Let's get out of there. Let's go for some paper rips. Go for something subtle, or we could go for something like that. That'll look good. Something like that. Cover that up. Okay. We can move this above the text though. So it's going to be like a main part of the design. Ishmael, I'm a beginner at learning how to make designs. Your videos have helped me learn tips and I never really did find anywhere. Thanks very much. That's okay, mate. I'm glad you've learned some stuff from me. That's always nice to hear. And I hope you keep learning stuff. Because that is the whole aim of this. That's why I'm doing it, just so people can learn. It's nice to hear it from people that they are learning. So thank you for that. So let's see if we can make Some nice little paper rips. Okay, we've got that going on. Are you thinking of releasing a pack? Yes, I am going to be releasing a pack one day. It won't be very much. It will be like £5 a pack, but there will be a load of different stuff in it for you guys to like dive into and use in different designs. I just need to basically build the pack up really, because I can't use other people's things obviously, because like that'd be copyrighted. But once I've made my own assets and stuff, yeah, we'll definitely have a pack coming out, and it will be awesome. Okay, so we've got some paper in here. That looks nice. I might add some drop shadows on this. Any little ones. The main thing I want at the front is his autograph, actually. And I want to make it look like, I don't know how I would say this, like it's cut, there's a fence around the edges, so we're looking at this through a fence, but the fence is going to be really blurred. So it'll look like you're really close to it, but you're like actually looking at this through a fence. So that will be a cool effect that we can add. I'm not sure if I have a fence. I did it in another design quite recently, actually, for somebody, if I can find it. Definitely wasn't that one. Was it this one? Yeah, there it is. Fence. So if I just open this up quickly, I can probably rip the fences across that I used. So this is just something really quick that a team wanted at the time. If I can find the fence layer, we can bring this over. Nice, got some fence. Close that. And now we can make like a nice little distorted effect that we are looking at this behind a fence. We don't need all of them, obviously, because that would just be stupid, but yeah, that works. Okay, so now let's convert this to a smart object. We've got a nice little bit of fence. Now we can add sort of a blur to it. Now we don't want it really blurred so you can't see it, but we want it fairly blurred. Just so it looks like it's very close to you. You can even increase the size of this actually. Yeah, that's better. Now these two images, I was going to use them, but don't really feel the need at the moment. It's quite a nice design without that. So the fence, we got the fence for later. What I am going to do is add his signature in the back behind his head. But it's going to be glowing and like blurred again, just for another bit of depth. So if we can find a Phil Foden signature, that would be very nice. And there is a Phil Foden signature, so that should be perfect. So if I just download that, open up Illustrator, and then we'll be able to just image trace it, which will take time, which will save time, sorry. EFC, I'm back. I walked to the shop and halfway back I forgot to get what. So I had to go back. Nice. We've all done that, I'm sure. I know I've done that, so I know how you feel. Glad you've come back to watch, though. No, we've got 8 people in it today. Christ. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for being here. I didn't think we'd have this many people. We usually only get about 4. So, let's just open that up. That did not work. Probably because it's pixelated. Let's go get a better one. That one could be quite good. Is that the best one they've got? There's no way. That one could be quite good as well. Does he always put 47 in his signature? No, I do not want to put it in here. No. Illustrator. Jump in there. Okay. Remove from dock. Let's image trace that. It's kind of better. We'll work with that, because I can't be bothered to completely draw it out myself, which is understandable, I think, because drawing names out yourself is just annoying. So we'll just do it this way because it's quicker and looks fine, to be honest. So let's copy that over. Smart object. Okay, it didn't work because I closed Illustrator before I copy and pasted it. That is just great. Let's do that again then. Ah, Adobe. Aren't you just a great program? Let's just create a new document again. Because why not? Bloody hell. Let's drop this one in. Image trace. Expand. We can go in. Get rid of that. Let's just copy and paste that. Copy, and let's paste it now. Better I paste it, I'm going to be very annoyed. Nice. Okay, that's done. That's all in there. Saved, loaded. Okay, now we have a logo. Nice. Not a logo. A autograph, whatever. Same thing. Anyway, let's go to our little autograph. Make him quite big. Now we're just going to put him behind this Phil Foden image. Nice. Now what we're going to do is change it to white for a start. We don't want it blue, no, we want it white. With the opacity up would help, wouldn't it? Let's do this white. All white. Lovely. Lovely jabbly. Got a nice little white signature. Now we're going to add a glow. What glow are we going to add? We're going to add a blue glow. Give it some opacity. Just so that it actually looks like it's doing something. That wouldn't be great, would it? Nice. Like that. Now we're going to add an inner glow as well. Of the same blue. No, I don't want that. I want a blue. Can I just have a blue, please? Or not, I guess. No blue. Just have a white inner glow then. Then what we're going to do is add the same blur that we added earlier to it. To the fence. A little bit more. Nice. And then we're just going to rotate a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. Like that. Good stuff. I might even change the colour of the stadium because it's kind of a bit boring there, isn't it? Just on its own. Could add a gradient map to it. That might make it look a bit weird. So we could even do something like that, but because that actually does look quite nice. How blue can we get it there? That maybe does look a little bit better. Do you guys like it more with the blue, or do you like it more as it just like without the gradient map? Or we make it blue and then dark blue. That just looks terrible. I think it maybe fits in the design a little bit better like that, doesn't it? Maybe a little bit lighter. A bit like that. I think that looks better. We'll leave it like that for now. See how we go. Yeah. Okay. So, got all this done. Don't need these two images, so I'm going to just get rid of them because they're annoying me. Got our nice little fence. Oh, no, I'm doing that. Nice little fence done. I'm going to make this quite big because I don't want it to take like too much of the design up. And I'm going to make the blur definitely more. Like that. That's better. Okay, we turn that off. Now, I'm going to add some text along the bottom here. Just like match day or something. Something like I usually would add. Change the font to Anton. Just duplicate this across. Right, so we got that. Now we can just spread this out a little bit and align them. I didn't even know they were off aligned. What the hell? Match date. Nice. Then we're just going to hit this with a overlay. I'm going to put it below his foot, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I kind of want to duplicate it to see what it would be like on the top, but I just feel like it might look a bit... Oh no, it doesn't look too bad actually. Maybe reduce the opacity a little bit. To like 50% on both of them. Okay. So. Come along quite nicely so far. What are we going to add to it now? What do we need to add to it actually? Because it's getting fairly crowded. Don't want to overdo it. Might add some buildings on his shoulder here. Yeah. So Man City, Manchester. Let's get some good images of Manchester, and we can sort of cut it the top out. So like that one's quite a good one. Then we can get maybe the bridge. That's quite a good one. The docks is always a good photo to get, but I can't see any dock photos. I'll go for this one. See how this one looks. Okay, let's just cut the sky out of this one. Get that nice. Okay. Get all these buildings back in. I didn't realize how many I cut out. Doesn't need to be completely accurate anyway, because it's only going to go behind his shoulder, a lot of it. Have we got any questions? Anybody got any questions that they want answering? Or you all just sitting here enjoying? Okay, so we've got the buildings in there, that's pretty good. I might add the same gradient map onto that as well, as I did with this. Just so it all looks pretty similar. So they sit in there quite nicely then. We can change this though, so it's a bit different. Yeah, we'll go for something like that. And then I'm going to reduce the opacity of this, I think. Maybe not reduce the opacity, but at least make it a little bit. They're definitely going to be blurred. That's one thing I can assure you. We don't need that. Let's get a nice little bridge here. Just put this at the top of the list for now because I need to see what I'm cutting out. Where can I find the selector mask tool, please? What do you mean the selector mask tool? Do you mean this what I'm doing right now? So you just basically quick selection here. Then you just go up to select subject, then it will select so much of what you want. And then you go select and mask, which should be on the top here. And then it will come into this. So that should be quite useful. There we go, then we just go along and cut all these out. Cut this out if you want. But I really only just want the bridge. I don't want that. Okay, there we go. That's okay. That's good enough. So if we just put that here, can move this below. Could move it up a little bit, I guess. Bit like that. Why is the whole thing on this gradient? Is it unlinked? Yeah, it's unlinked. Okay, there we go. Let's redo it. There we go. Nice. Okay, this doesn't fit as well. The gradient doesn't fit as well for this one. So now I've done that, the autograph's sort of getting taken over a little bit, isn't it? So if we can move the autograph up a little bit. Now, that looks pretty decent. It just gives it a bit of depth, so we can group these together. Wait, did I actually press that button? Is it muted? Just... Oh. That was odd. I didn't even press my mute button. Sorry about that. That's weird. Anyway, what I was doing, basically just adding in the logos for a bit of depth of field. Giving them a Gaussian blur, so more blur if they're closer, less blur if they're further away. And we've got the nice little fence covering the front here, which looks nice. So, only thing we need to add now is maybe a little bit of texture to the background. Maybe some more paper over it. We might actually just add a paper texture over the whole thing. And we need to add a title for his name. So let's do that right now. Okay, that Foden text can just go because that's not even being used. Let's change that to black. Move it up to the top. So is this going to go across the front here? We're going to have a big one. I did not want it in there, that's for sure. So what we can do with this, not that, we can either have it going off the page, a bit like that. Then we're going to have the bit where he's walking through it stroked. Does look quite nice actually, I do quite like that. Could even try making it 3D. There was no sound for about 5 minutes. Sorry about that. I didn't know. I didn't even press the mute button. I don't know why it did it. Sorry. You didn't really miss anything. You just missed me putting the badges in, which is not important. Maybe add a platform to stand on. Yeah, I might do. I don't really want to cut out the bottom of the stadium though, so I might just not bother with that. We'll see. We'll see how this looks with the text. I'm going to see if I can make it 3D. See. Is that going to work? Okay. So we have a little bit of 3D text going on. So that's nice. And it kind of works as well. So no, we don't want to do that. What do we do? Why has it done that? That's weird. Okay. I don't know why it always does this. Whenever I go into edit, it sort of just, I don't know, it just breaks. Yeah, it just breaks. Kind of annoying, really. Could have been quite nice, actually, having that 3D text there, couldn't it? Might try it again. Let's see, can we make it white? Yeah, we're just gonna have to leave that, I guess. We can make it look a little bit 3D, but sort of not how I wanted it. Okay. Let's try this again. This time, we are just going to make it 3D ourselves. Why not, eh? Make it 3D ourselves, and yeah. So, what we need to do is duplicate the layer, make this one maybe a little bit darker, just so we can see where it's going to go. Drop it down, drop it down, drop it down, drop it down. Or we could even drop it up. So it looks like it's standing up. So there you go, you can get the desired effect, just not as, it won't look as good, that's the problem. Okay. So now, as you can see, these layers don't like sort of line up. So really what the plan is to do now is move it over a little bit more. And we sort of draw in the lines that we need. So we went down here. Which works for something. Go back to essentials. Okay. So really what I would need to do now to make it look a bit more realistic is get a darker grey. And then sort of like leave that there. You can sort of see the edge. So try this again. This one here. So do it again. We'll get a pen tool. Cover that up. Make it on there. Okay. So as you can see, you can sort of create your own mini 3D one if it doesn't work, which is looks like what we're gonna have to do for this one because it's not working, basically. Is this foot? Is this that one? Yeah, okay. Where do my other shape go? I just drew. That's both of them. Huh. Okay. Again here. Sort of guess that a little bit because you can't actually see it. Get a direct selection tool. Move it out a little bit. Again here. Do you do lighting? Depends what you mean by lighting, to be honest. Once I've drawn all these in, I will add some shadow in, if that's what you mean. But yeah, I've got to draw them in first. Otherwise it just won't work. It won't look right. Okay, these are all pretty good. This one you can sort of just add a shadow on the circle because it's... You can't really join a circle. It's more of the straight angled ones. And you can't see the bottom of that one. Okay. So if I go back into this, now we've got a nice little sort of 3D effect. Now if I change the color of this one so that it all fits, now we can add some dark edges in, so like some shadow in, and stuff like that. So if I just... This may look terrible, guys, but it's sort of just trial and error. So if I get this grey, maybe a little bit darker, get a soft brush, and we're just going to go in and we're going to paint where we think is the lighting's going to be. So we can have it here, but obviously you can't see it very well, so we can boost the opacity up a little bit so we can do it darker. Okay, again here. If you feel like the opacity should be like up 100, get it to 100 then. And you can add light inside here. And once we've done this, as you'll see in a minute, we can add some texture to it, which will bring it to life a little bit more. See, at the moment I'm not really sold on this color, so if I wanted to make it sort of a different color, maybe just turn this off. We'll make all these shapes and everything. You can make it blue, so a lighter blue, and then this might make it better to add the just do this as well. Okay, so now we can just go back, delete this, we can have a new layer, and with a darker blue, now this might show up a little bit more. Sorry, I'm not trying to waste your time, but I just want to show you like how with color you can sort of make it look a bit more 3D. Definitely in certain situations as well. So it's sort of like a mini gradient. That's how I look at it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to group all these together. And add some texture to it. Might actually be some nice texture to add to it, actually. Yeah, that looks good. Then we can add some more texture to that. Just so it can deal with the white. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Nice. How's everybody doing? We all still hanging out here? Sorry, this bit might be a little bit boring for you, but it'll look good when the camera or filter's done to it. No, I do not want to do that. Where's this one dropped? Up here. Okay. See what we can make this halftone look like. I like that. Okay. What we're doing now is add a drop shadow to this. We could even add a shadow below the feet, below the text, just to show that it's like there. Not really necessary, but we could show you how to do it. Sort of just says that the text is there, you know, just for like a little bit of definition. We can reduce the opacity of that down to like 50. Give it a quick multiply. Now, the last thing we could do, yeah. Okay, let's just grab all of this. Heading. Can move it down a little bit. And if we don't want the white for the name, for the proper name, so this one we can change it to a darker blue, and it would add like that, like that. Change it to black, just obviously like that. Yeah, you can have it loads of different colours. So that one brings out the colour a little bit better. So we'll see what that one looks like. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to see what that looks like when we do the camera or filter. Because we've pretty much come to the end now, I think. I think I'm pretty much done with this. I might make it a little bit smaller, the heading, maybe. Just have it sit like there. Only problem is if I... It's not gonna... It's got to really stay that size now. We might even get rid of it in a minute. But now, to finish up, going to add some lens flares to it. Like up here. One down here. That's quite a good one. I actually quite like that rainbow bit there. We'll see if this one looks any decent. Okay. That's pretty good. Maybe one last thing. I might add a paper texture to this. Undecided. I don't even know if I like that heading, to be honest. I might just leave it like that. Maybe add a subtler name. Should we add a subtler name instead? Yeah, maybe we should, because that 3D didn't really come out how I wanted it to. This is so good. Thank you, J-Dog. This will definitely look a bit smarter than that 3D text we had. Just because the 3D text would have looked good, but it didn't work, did it? So for the next tutorial, I might do a tutorial on how to make 3D text or something, and how you can actually get it to work, because that just looked not how I wanted it to. So there's no point using it. May as well use something that we know works, we know looks good, and we can trust. Something like this will look good. Let's just remake. I can make a break in here, get the name in. Just in case anybody didn't know who his name, what team he plays for, we'll drop this in here. Let's see if that looks alright. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. Something like that. Let's make these ones white. We'll make these two this dark blue. That'll look better. Okay, so we have the texture here. Go on that one. Then we can duplicate that one. And go on there. Okay, we got that one. Nice. We've got this nice little heading going on. We can even make the Man City and the fill bit a bit smaller, depending on how big it actually looks. It doesn't look too big, does it? You can even have them overlapping a little bit like that. Do I like that? No. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, that's going to do it for that bit. Nice little title. Got our light leaks done. Okay, let's group all this together. Name. Move it below the fence. Yes. There we go. Okay, I think we're pretty much there. How many people got left watching? 4? 4's enough to see the best bit of the design. They've all missed out. Haven't seen the camera or filter bit yet. Always stay till the camera or filter bit's done. It's the best bit. We'll definitely look at the before and after. Look at that already. Already it looks like, oh, I just love doing the camera filter. It's so good. This image it looks really good as well, especially with the effect we've added. Fair play. Color mixer, we can make it all a little bit lighter. Saturation, we definitely want to saturate the blues and the luminance. Just the red a little bit, I think. Don't want it too red. Let's add a nice little grain. Maybe a little vignette in the corners. There we go. Before and after. Look at that. Whew. Now that looks pretty sick. I really like that. That looks really good to me. So we're going to add maybe a colour lookup as well, just so we can add sort of an effect over the top. Let's see which one works best. No, it makes it too bright. Too blue. Let's try this one. That one just makes it very blue. Might not even need one of these actually. That one's quite good. If we just reduce the opacity down to like 50. Yeah. Finished. Nice. It's pretty sick, I think. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Good, smashed it as always. Thank you. So that's probably going to do it for this, guys. I will leave the assets in the link below once this is uploaded to YouTube, which will be probably like later on this afternoon. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been great. Been good. Happy to answer all your questions. Should be a video this weekend sometime, hopefully. Just trying to figure out when. But yeah, hope you guys have learned something today, and I'll see you in the next stream. All right. Have a good day.